Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Are you exciting to be join this workshop? This is workshop, not seminar. Seminar. This is workshop because I want to all of you open your notebook or open your tablet or open your smartphone, because we must try. If you didn't try, you cannot understand what I'm saying or what I'm giving the knowledge for you. Yeah, please open your smartphone, your laptop, your gadget. Okay, this topic is about the finding drugs candidate using in silico method. As you see that in silico method, if you find some drugs, we can use three methods. First is in vitro, the second is in vivo, and the third is in silico. Why I'm not choosing the two of these? Because in vitro and in vivo usually we use in laboratorium. In laboratorium we must do it, yeah. Especially again in vivo. In vivo using living thing like rats, yeah. Maybe rabbit, maybe others, yeah. Because it's very expensive and it's of course it's need a long time to find the drug candidate. So because the internet is very easy, like now, and there is a lot of database in the internet, like NCBI in America, AB in Europe, and there is one in Japan. So we can find drug candidates only in your laptop. Only in your laptop. So before I start, if you have a laptop, you can download. First is PyMol. Yeah, I will show you PyMol. Sorry, I am not in front of you because it is need a long time. PyMol. PyMol is software that to make 3D of your protein or your protein target or your enzyme or something. This is PyMol. PyMol you can download if you have Windows or Mac. You can download, or you can use Linux something. Okay. First is you download right now because we need later, yeah? We need later. And the second is Pyrex. Pyrex is to find the binding affinity between the bioactive compound with the protein target or the disease. Yeah? This is Pyrex and this is PyMol. You must download right now because we need later. We need it later. Okay, so let's try. We begin. Okay, after you download, let's begin. Okay, in silico, there is a few steps. I'm sorry, I graduate from electrotechnic, electro. So I study this in silico. Actually, in silico is for biology or medicine student, yeah. Not me. Okay, I studied in about 3 days for this. Yeah. In silico, there is a few steps. The first step, you must find the bioactive compound, the secondary bioactive compound. The secondary bioactive compound. If you have a laptop or something, you can try it. You can choose the bioactive compound from any plant, just like ginger, curcumin or something. You can choose. usually that people in your country or in your place use this plant to cure people. Maybe from Mexico, maybe there is something plant that usually used for cure some disease or something. You can use it. You can use it. So you must find the secondary bioactive compound. The primary is flavonoid, steroid, terpenoid, alkaloid, and tannin and saponin. The 6. This is the primary. But you must use the secondary, not primary. If you use the secondary, you can find the protein target. If you use the primary, you cannot find it. Okay. Why we use in silico? Because in silico is easy to use. Not easier actually. Not easy. It's a few steps. At least 14 steps, but I will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. The first is if you have the bioactive compound, if you have the secondary bioactive compound, then you can use the first web server. The first web server is PubChem. Yes, I will show you the PubChem. So if you find the bioactive compound, then we go to the PubChem. In PubChem, we can write down in here the bioactive compound, such like camphorol. It's already here. If there is camphorol here, you can find it. In camphorol, there is a lot of name of camphorol. We choose the first one. Camphorol is the secondary bioactive compound from flavonoid. So if your plant have flavonoid, you can choose one of these is camphorol. In PubChem, we need two things in PubChem. Yeah. In PubChem, we need two things. The first is 3D conformer. 3D conformer. This is the 3D conformer. You must save the 3D conformer. You must save the 3D conformer. You save in SDF file. Yeah. Please, if you make molecular docking or in silico, you must have a specific folder. Yeah? Specific folder, you can use specific folder. Okay, in silico, in molecular docking. Okay, this is we choose this because we will use this file in Pyrex in the last step. Okay. After we save the 3D conformer, then the second is canonical smiles. This is the canonical smiles. This is the code of the camphorol canonical smiles. Most of the web server we use, we use this canonical smiles to find the drug likeness, to find the toxicity level of the drugs. We use this canonical smiles. Okay. So after we found the canonical smiles, the second step is you find the protein target or the disease. Yeah. Protein target is part of the disease, like diabetic, like hypertension, or like stroke and something. Yeah. Cancer. Yeah. You can find it. Yeah, we tried. Okay. The first web server, the second web server, After we know the canonical smiles, we go to the way to drugs. We copy it, copy first, then we go to the way to drugs. Because this is you must login, sign up first. You must sign up first. Okay. Okay. This is the Freddy compound. This is smiles. You put in the here. Yeah. So we get the prediction. This is the easy ways to find the disease. To find the what is the disease that connecting with this canonical smiles. So this is a lot of name of protein target. So if you want to know to find the disease, you just find with Control F. You write the cancer, maybe cancer, not So this is the name of the cancer, antineoplastic breast cancer. You can find another disease. This is the prostate cancer treatment. So Camperol is connecting with prostate cancer, breast cancer, and a lot of them. So in one bioactive compound, you can find a lot of more than one title of the project. Yeah, only one bioactive compound, you can find title, not only one title, it's a lot of title in one project. Okay. So this is a lot of information, but I'm not using this as the protein target. I'm not using this. We use another web server. We call it Swiss Target Prediction. The Swiss Target Prediction, I should usually only there are four web server to find the protein target. First is way to drug, second is Swiss Target Prediction, the third is SuperPred, the fourth is ParMapper. But because ParMapper need at least one day, maybe tomorrow you can find the answer of your protein target. So I'm not give you the ParMapper. I give you the Swiss Target Prediction. I'm usually use this Swiss Target. Is using the same one is canonical smiles. So you paste in here. So you must choose the Homo sapien because we are Homo sapien. Okay. Yeah. So we can predict target. Yeah. Just a little while. We found that the Swiss Target Prediction will show how many protein target. This is the name of protein target. This is the name of protein target. Okay. This is the name of protein target. The name of protein target, and this is the code. Yeah. This is the name of protein target. This is the code of the protein target. And if this color is green, so the binding affinity will be between the bioactive compound with the protein target will be good. If the color is green, not all of this is green. Okay. If there is no green, so you can skip to another. Okay. Let's find the second. This is different. This is the green. not full green. Yeah, you can use it as long as there is a green in the probability. Yeah, in the probability. If yes, of course we must find the better one. Okay, so after we find the protein target, the name of protein target, we save into Excel. This is the kind of Excel. This you know the mouse. This is the Excel. You can save the Excel. Name is Cameron. Okay. You save it. Okay. Why we must save the protein target? Because we need to find the group of the protein target. Next, the fourth web server is, the name is SuperPrep. This is the SuperPrep web server. It's the same. We must put the canonical smiles. Yeah, we put the canonical smiles. You will find the bioactive compound. This is the molecule of bioactive compound, and we start the calculation. It's almost the same with Swiss target prediction. Yeah. If we find the strong binders, non-strong binders, we put in it. We get it. We save in Excel. So we give Cameron super prediction. Same. Okay. After this, we need to grouping because there is a lot of protein target. So we need to grouping the protein target, so we can find easily the name of the protein target. The name of the protein target connecting with the disease. What disease is? Okay. Next. The next is we must go to the StringDB. Okay, StringDB. StringDB is to find the grouping. Yes. In StringDB, we must choose the multiple protein because we want to put in here is the name of the protein. So it is easily if we open the Excel to copy the name of the protein target. We only need the name of the protein target. Yeah. We only need the protein target. This is the we must copy all of the protein target in here. There is a lot of protein target, maybe hundreds more, hundreds and two. We copy, so we put in the StringDB in here. We pass in here. Yeah. So this is the name of protein target. We open again. One from the SuperPrep is the same. We only copy the name of the protein target. Okay. We add in here. After we have all of the name of protein target, so we choose this. This is we must choose Homo sapiens because you already know that we are Homo sapiens. This is the drug for Homo sapiens. Yeah? So we click search the StringDB. Yes, continue. There's a lot of name of the protein, and this is the simulation of the name of the protein. That's very much like, okay, we go to the analysis. Yeah. We go to the analysis, find the KEGG pathway. This is the KEGG pathway. Yeah, we find the five high grain. Yeah, the five high grain. Let's find this is you can find this is ovarian. Usually connecting with the cervix cancer or something. If you don't know anything about this, you can find in the ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT, what is this? What is this? Or you can find in the NCBI or something. Yeah? Okay, if we click this, there is a red ball in here. So we go to the app. Now this is the code of the name of the protein. There is code in here. Yeah, it's ST17B1. It's ST17B2. CYP1B1. A lot of these. This is the name of the protein. So how can we know that this is connecting with the protein target? We go back to the Swiss target. Here. You can memorize this. The ALOX5, PTG, S2, MBG, IG, F1IR. In the Swiss target, we can find it here. Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot. There is the name is the protein target. Okay. This is the name of your choosing protein target. You can choose any protein target, not only this, because ALOX is in here. Yeah, ALOX in here. ALOX5 in here. This is ALOX5. This is ALOX5. So you check in in the Swiss target prediction, in the website for Swiss target prediction. This is the name, and this is the name of the protein target. So after this, we go to the modeling of 3D. Yeah, we go to the modeling. Before we go to the modeling, we must make the code name FASTA. FASTA is only in NCBI. Okay, we go to this. This is the National Library of Medicine from America. We go to in here. We choose the protein. Yeah, we choose protein. We pass here the name of the protein in here. Yeah, in the Swiss target prediction. So we search. We need the FASTA. The FASTA is a code of this protein to build the 3D model. Yeah, to build the 3D model. This is a short course. Actually, you need a lot of time for this. Okay, okay. We choose the Homo sapiens again because this must be connecting with Homo sapiens. So this is the first one. We choose the first one. This is the FASTA code of the protein. Yeah, this is the FASTA code. You can see in here like this. We must save. We must save the FASTA because we need the file, the FASTA file, to make the modeling of 3D. Yeah, this is the FASTA code. So we select this. We select file, create file. Create file. We automatically will get the name of. I will give the name of ALOX here. ALOX5 here. ALOX5. FASTA. Oh, it's okay. It's FASTA file. See. Okay. Uh, After we have the FASTA file, we can create the 3D model. Oh, you will. This is the funny one, okay? The modeling. Yeah, you put in the green one. This is upload the FASTA file. Yes, the project. More things. Model. Yeah. We go to the Alox file, we open the FASTA file. If there is a lot of, if the FASTA file is like this is the FASTA file. So after this, we can build the model. We go to the Swiss model. Sorry, we go to the Swiss model to making the modeling. It is need a time to make the modeling. Maybe not one model. For this FASTA is maybe 2 or 3 model, but we must find the best sequence. The best sequence is almost 100%. So we waiting for this. Okay. Is there any question? Because this is a lot of things, yeah? Not only just hearing the seminar. Not. This is a workshop for you. And if you know about this, the in silico, you can find a lot of project from this. Yeah, a lot of project. In one bioactive compound, you can find maybe 5 or 6 projects because the different protein target is the different process, the different disease. Yeah, we go. This is need a time. Yeah, need a time. If you have PyMol or Pyrex, you can download right now because we want to try it in the last. In the last is Pyrex. Pyrex is a software that can binding the bioactive compound with the protein target. So we can see the bioactive compound in 3D. The connecting bioactive compound and protein target in 3D. In 3D. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Just waiting for the sequence is need time because you must modeling is Swiss model need modeling the protein target, your protein target. Okay. You can use another bioactive compound if you want to try it, find it, try it. Your step each step is I need a lot of website for it. But the step first is finding the bioactive compound. The second is finding the protein target. The third is making modeling, 3D modeling. But there is our 2D modeling too. Only one. In silico, we can found the toxicity level of your bioactive compound. Yeah, not the protein target, your bioactive compound. So we can see the bioactive compound is what class of the toxicity level. But now we waiting for this. Is there any question? Yes.
What is the KEGG pathway active for extraction?
The KEGG is a grouping of of the protein target from the Swiss target. Oh, you can say your name, your school, and because we have 4 special words for the questionnaire. Yeah, what's the questionnaire? The name?
Darren.
Darren from lab school.
Yeah, lab school.
The name of your This is the model of the 3D of your protein target. Your name protein target ALOX5. The sequence is 98-21%. What is 98-21%? This is the model with the more like the protein target is like this. We can use it. Usually there is not only one. There is 2 or 3 model. So after we get the model of 3D, so we go to the PyMol. But we save first. We must save we must save this model. We can save in PDB format. Yeah, all of the process of modeling PDB format. So we save it in PDB format. The name is model 1, or I want to give the name is ALOX 3D. ALOX 3D, yeah. ALOX 3D. ALOX 5 3D, because the name is ALOX. The code is ALOX. ALOX 5 3D. Save. Okay. After this is the funny one. We go to the PyMol. Okay, I close first. We go to the PyMol because PyMol is to make the modeling. Sorry, I'm not have registration yet because the PyMol is need registration and need. Okay, so we open the model. Open the model. The name is ALOX5 project. Model. Okay. So this is the 3D. Okay. Oh no, it's very difficult to answer. You want to go to click here. You want to expand, to zoom in, zoom out, yeah. But the color is not good. Okay, we go to this is the color in the right one. So we make the modeling is coloring. This is your protein target. Very colorful, yeah. Very colorful. So what do you do in PyMol? In PyMol we only one to do is make the modeling of the 3D like this. So you can see the modeling of the protein, your protein, and we must make action. The only one action in PyMol is remove water. Why remove water? Because we don't want to our protein target is contain water. In the binding we will have effect, yeah. So we must remove water. We go to the A in the right one is A. So we remove water. After we action, yeah. A is action. After we action, we save the file, export the file. Remember, this is a PDB file, PDB file. You must send in PDB file. Yeah. The name is ALOX5 clean. Clean means not there is no water in here. ALOX5 clean. Okay, we save it. You must save in PDB, yeah. You must save in PDB. Okay. Now this is the second one. Is almost the last. So we go to the name is Pyrex. Pyrex is software to connecting between the molecular the bioactive compound with the protein target, or we call it ligand and the macromolecule. Ligand is bioactive compound. Macromolecule is the protein target. Okay. This is the last one. Okay, in Pyrex there is Pyrex. Pyrex is not too stable, yeah? So be careful when using Pyrex. We go to the open Babel. Open Babel to open the file in from the PyMol. We go no, sorry. Open Babel is to open the 3D conformer. Yeah, 3D conformer is from the 3D conformer. We save from the what kind of web server? What kind of web server? Okay. 3D conformer we found from the this is the conformer. We found from the first web server's name PubChem. So why we must say now this is the molecule 3D molecule from the camphorol. This is camphorol. This is the 3D molecule. So we only can open in Pyrex. So we click this, the molecule, the name of molecule. We must minimize all. We must minimize all. Minimize all. After we minimize all, we save. Save as the name of the 3D conformer, camphorol. The camphorol. Okay, this is the we save it with the name is camphorol. Okay, camphorol. Don't forget the format is PDB. You must forward data bank. You must find the PDB. This is PDB, protein data bank. So we save in camphorol minimize. Yes, okay. After we save, yes. After we save, this is the process to binding between the macromolecule, between the bioactive compound with the protein target. The protein target we found from the PyMol that has already removed water. The bioactive compound from this minimize, from this Pyrex, minimize. We go to the name is Finavisa. It's still in this Pyrex. In the Finavisa we start. Yes. Okay, we must delete first because I already used it. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We go to the final result. First, we must add ligand. Ligand is the bioactive compound. Yeah. Ligand is the bioactive compound. We put the ligand. Okay, we found it in our folder. The name is camphorol minimize. The name is camphorol minimize. So it's the same. It's the same. And then we go to the macromolecule or the protein target. The protein target is ALOX5 clean. This is the ALOX5 clean. So we're waiting for a while. after the protein target is coming. Okay, click here because sometimes not. This is if we have the forward like this, we must click. If the forward is not active, we must click. This is the protein target like this. After we go to the forward, there is a maximize button. Why maximize? Because if we not maximize, the bioactive compound is only stick in one area of the of the protein target of the macromolecule. But if we maximize it, the bioactive compound can stick all of the protein target out of the macromolecule. After that, we go to the forward. Yeah. So this is the process binding between the bioactive compound with the protein target or the ligand with the macromolecule. Okay, we waiting for a while because it is need time. Yeah. Okay, this is the time. Yeah, in time. Okay. This is need just a few minutes. What is binding affinity? Binding affinity is binding between the bioactive compound with the protein target. So you can save the 3D model, you can save the canonical smash in your paper. Yeah. So now this is the result of binding affinity. So in here, more negative or binding affinity is better. This is mean negative 7.9. Negative 7.9 is better. It's good. It's a good one. More negative, more binding. More good of binding. Okay. Okay. What we do after this? In this area, we have three components. First is camphorol, the ligand. The second is allox 5, the clean one. And the last is the camphorol and allox with in one file. So we save first in PDB because we need to open in PyMolgen. We save in PDB. The name is docking here. It's already docking. Okay, this is the name of the docking, the molecular docking. So this is the molecular docking. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's already saved in PDB, so we check it in the molecular docking. So we have molecular docking, PDB, PDB. Okay. After this, you can save this. You can save this from Pyrex. It's already done. You can save this for your paper because we need the the name of the negative, the already negative, how much negative. It's very difficult to see, because it is small. Okay, after we close, and we go to again to the PyMol, sorry, PyMol. We go to the PyMol. We open the molecular docking. The molecular docking. Yes, this is the molecular docking. This is the molecular docking between the. This is the blue one is the name of the bioactive compound ligand, and this is the protein target. You can save it. You can save the protein target, the molecular docking in PNG. You can export image to PNG. So you can save it in PNG, so you can put in your paper. Okay. Okay. Say PNG. So you can put in your paper. In your paper you can put it. This is the last of the PyMol and the PyRex, but we have another web server to analyze. Okay. Before we analyze, let's check into the Protein+. Oh, this is the Protein+. Oh, this is Protox for oh, this is Protein+. In Protein+, you choose file. We go to the molecular docking in PDB. We want to show the two-dimensional of the we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. Protein is only two-dimensional model. I think it's I'm just the plus I'm just the sorry. Can you choose this? Skip first. Okay, after we have the modeling of 3D, we go to analyze the effective of this bioactive compound. Like I say before that there is in Swiss target prediction we have a button like a capsule. So we click this. We go to the SwissADME. The SwissADME is analyze of the camphorol. Yeah? You only analyze the camphorol, not the protein target. So this is the name of this. The result is physicochemical properties. Liposity is easy to in oil, yeah, easy to it can use in oil. This is soluble, water soluble.
is water soluble. The partner kinase is something you can find it on the leather. Drug likeness is similarity of drugs. There is a few of drugs, not all of them can be drug likeness, but in Camperol, Lipinski, Gusey, and others is okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. In lipobesity is dissolved with oil, and water soluble is dissolved with water. Okay. So if you want to make a drugs, you can use dissolved with water or with oil. No problem. Okay. The next is we go to the Protox. This is Protox. To know the toxicity level of these drugs, because if you want to make a drugs, you must have data what is the toxicity level. If not, your medicine is not safe. Yeah? Okay, this is a tox prediction. The name is tox prediction. Okay. We go to the canonical smiles again because we need canonical smiles. Yeah, you copy canonical smiles. You go to the Protox. You use again smiles. Okay. So this is the module. So start tox prediction. Oh, you must put it all of the prediction. Yeah, you must choose it. Okay, see start the prediction. So this is the Camperol prediction of toxicity. It gets classified. The toxicity level, more bigger the class is more safe. Yeah, lower the number of class is not safe. Actually, we can use only for 4 class, 6, 4, 5, and 6. So the Camperol is class 5. It's safe to sport. It's safe to sport. But if you got the 4, we must process. We must process the Camperol to make the class is 5 or 6, and the 6 is very safe. This is the mask you put in your paper, because the people will ask you how toxic your drugs. Yeah. So in the toxicity level, there is a predictive of LD50. What is LD50? LD50 is amount that the amount of the drug, amount of the bioactive compound that if we try in the mice, 50% of the mice will be dead. Yeah. So this is the name of lethal dose. Lethal dose. The doses, the maximum doses that you give to the mice, the 50% of the mice will be dead. So it is very big. Yeah. 3,990 milligram per kilogram body weight. Yeah. Per kilogram body weight. If the people have 50 kilogram, so he is almost 4. Yeah? We are okay. Actually 4. We we use more for easy to calculate. Yeah? 4 times with 50, so 200 gram per day. 200 gram per day is lethal dose, the lethal dose. So we cannot use more than 200 grams. Yeah. So we must find so the drug, or you only can drink the drug is only maybe 10 grams or 5 grams a day, not 200. 200 grams is very big, very big number. Yeah. So this is the lethal dose. This is the important that you must know. Okay. The other is only the information about this toxicity. A lot of information, including this. This is the name of the radar graphic. Radar graphic is if you want to know about the component of the toxicity. If the number of the number is outside the ring, is like blue, this blue one, yeah, this is blue one, is outside the ring. So this is not good, So you can note that this is the mitochondrial membrane potential is not good. You can see the aryl hydrocarbon receptor not good. This is the information, only information of the toxicity level Okay. So this is the analyze, because the analyze is only 2 from this in silico is toxicity level, and the Swiss ADME. From the Swiss ADME is drug likeness. The information of drug likeness is important because if you want to make the drug is similar with other drugs. Okay. So maybe this is the last of the presentation. My presentation. Maybe you can ask me something, but I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. This is the presentation. Okay. You can choose the with answer the question. In here one, in here one. Okay.
From the left side and then the right side, right?
Yeah.
I
The
will
left
pick
side
which-
one. Okay. Name, school, and your project.
I am Wei Long, and then my school is King's College, and my project name is AGMPS and Nitrodiazepine TiO2MPS catalyzed in food waste treatment.
What is the name? You're from Vietnam.
From Hong Kong.
Oh, from Hong Kong. Okay.
May I know what is the mechanism based on PSO the accuracy? Is it due to the difference of the functional group or others?
Pardon me.
What is the mechanism that's shown here to predict the possibility of the drug can be intended?
Oh, all of the presentation. Oh yes. We can simulate it. We can simulate it if we make a drug. If we make a drug with the bioactive compound like camphorol, maybe not only camphorol, so a lot of bioactive compound. So we can choose the protein target. Oh yeah, I forget. Just good question. I forget. If we know the protein target, we must know the disease. Yeah, we must know the disease. Okay, we found the disease first. Yeah. Okay. We found the disease first. We saw the alox in this target. Okay. This is alox 5. So let's try to the ChatGPT. Okay, we ask to ChatGPT. Okay. Sis, enzyme, metabolism in blah 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 blah. What is the disease? Asthma, yeah, small asthma, allergic, bronchitis, inflammation. Okay, great. So we can have the is connecting with the lung problem, yeah. So it's connecting with the lung problem. If you choose our file, you can choose another. Because another protein target is different disease, yeah. Okay, clear. Okay, thank you. You can note, because there is a special award. Okay, yeah. Okay, from Mexico. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. My institution is Instituto Tecnológico Superior de Tamazunchale.
Spanish. Okay.
And our team is La Willy.
Yeah.
My question is, what kind of research do we have to do to know the kind of proteins in a plant? Because in Mexico we have a lot of plants used for the traditional medicine, and our mothers and grandparents always says, "Oh, take this because it's gonna be good for your sick or for your cold or for the kind of the status of your sick." And but they don't really know why is that.
That's all.
They just do it, and we do it because we think it's good, but we don't know why it's good and if it is really
empirical. Empirical.
Yeah, and it can be bad for the body. So I think this is important for that kind of cases because it can be applied to not traditional medicine, but medicine more formal.
We can scientific proof,
Yeah.
This is scientific proof. Okay.
Yeah, and it can be better for every people in Mexico because everyone does it. So that's my question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's the same question when I studied this in Silico, because in Indonesia is a lot of we have a lot of plant. We have 3,000 herbal plant, but only 1,500 is already done identified. So there is a lot of plant that we don't know. But our grandfather or our father use it for healing people. Yeah? So this is good for you. Try it in your country. Choose the specific herbal in your country, in specific plant. Try it. Okay. You can find, oh, this is good. Oh, my father, this is good for flu. This is good for influenza. This is good for cancer. This is good for hepatitis or something. So, this is good for diabetic. But we cannot prove in science. In silico, we can prove it. Yeah. So there is a lot of database in here. Not only that, we can check the gene disease, genetic disease. We can try to find the plant that correlation with the genetic disease. So try it. This is a lot of project. Yeah, you know that. Okay, my friend. Only one more. You can choose. Yeah. You on the yes.
Yeah. Okay. So use your technology to save our people. Okay.
Okay, thank you. My name is Kenny Razali. I'm from University of Sriwijaya University. And my question is, how the flexibility of protein and molecular conformation can hinder accurate prediction from this in silico system?
What do you mean about the probability of
Flexibility.
possibility?
Yeah, of protein in silico system.
I'm not catch your question. What is your question is actually?
Flexibility in protein and molecular conformation.
Maybe I will try to answer it because actually I'm from technology. So this is a new one for me, but because it's for relation with computational, so I know yes a little of computational. So I try to make this to study it. The protein is involved with the disease. Yeah, the protein is the part of the disease. If you find the protein, then the bioactive compound can binding with this protein. So this bioactive compound or this plant can cure the disease. That's what you mean? Yeah. So why we make the binding affinity? Binding affinity is if we got the binding affinity more negative, this bioactive compound is more effective to cure the disease. Okay, understand? Do you understand? Okay, so we check the bioactive compound first. Yeah, because we cannot check our body. Yeah? We check the bioactive compound. So if with the simulation, with the in silico simulation, so if the bioactive compound with the protein target can binding good, the more negative, more good, yeah, more better, the more negative better, yeah, the more negative better. So if we make the drugs, it will be effective. So okay, there is a next step, yeah, for this is try it to the mice. Try to the mice. There is a lot of process for making the drugs, but actually we can try like from our friend from Mexico. So we try the empiric study for our people, the local traditional drugs that we usually drink for this. The people is already, but there is no scientific proof. So you do it, the scientific proof, using in silico. In silico first. After that you can go to the in vivo or in vitro. Yeah, in vitro usually we can check the microbacterial, yeah, problem, and in vivo we check to the mammalia. Usually we can use the mammal. Okay, okay, one more. One more. So a lot of questions. Okay. Okay, you choose. Yeah?
Left side after you
Yeah.
because you already have 2 in year 3.
Yeah, here. The special one will be chosen by the
the committee, not me. So do it, yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry in advance. My name is Muhammad Bima Barzanjani, and you can call me Bima. I'm from Islamic Junior High School, Sidoarjo, Indonesia.
Yes.
My project is testing the effectiveness of Egel Marmelas and L-Chumacateni as procoagulant for stopping bleeding into incised wounds. My question is, I'm sorry, I still don't understand this material. So my question is, what will happen if we save the project in other PDB format? So you say we must save the project in PDB format.
Oh, okay.
And if we must save the PDB format, is there any option except the PDB format?
Okay. Actually, for in silico, there is a lot of method. Yeah. There is a lot of method, but I found the easiest way to check the in silico method. This is the easiest way. Maybe you can find another way. But why PDB? Because Pymol is recognized PDB. Pyrex is recognized PDB. Not for recognize another format. Yeah. So because we use Pymol, we use Pyrex, so we must save in PDB. The file, the three-dimensional file, we must save in PDB. Yeah. Okay. That's all. Okay. No more question. Okay. Maybe I will go to the MC. Okay. Yeah, I hope this sharing of knowledge is useful for you. You can grab a lot of project. Yeah, you can maybe tomorrow you will find my student that with a lot of in silico project because tomorrow they will present the project. Okay, thank you.
Well,